It ain't too bad. We got quite a bit of progress done today, didn't we?
Welcome back to Phoenix Wright. Passive aggressive attorney.
Rebel.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Wild Powers. Wow Powers.
Wow.
Wow Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. You're clearly not.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present their decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I'll call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
Get it? Edge!
Ha! They like that joke.
Everyone shut up, it was good. Just shut up. It's cool. You may hold your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. You may call your first witness. Okay.
Sorry.
The prosecution calls Mr. Steve Vasquez to the stand. Mr. Steve Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day.
Resuming. Right. Apologies.
You caught me off guard. Ah! My hand! Would the witness state her name and occupation? Wrong voice.
Steve Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios.
Finally, someone gets the name. Sorry. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not there.
Very well, Miss Vasquez.
He's got his pontificating.
He's got to quote your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Jesus. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. So to speak.
Wow.
No, do it with her pants down. Literally. Bam.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to the Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate Teambo steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That is all. Oh shit, sorry. I skipped some passages.
You piece of shit. Sorry, I had to respond to something important. Right. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you.
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Maya.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's do this. Alright, doesn't matter.
I think you have to press.
I don't need to press this. This doesn't seem... Because she mentions that there was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had... Okay. She doesn't mention the break. So I'm gonna press this.
She does.
Then you meant to say that they didn't eat, I think.
She mentions the break.
Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on! Let's talk a bit more about that. Lars?
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Ow, my hand! Stop interrupting the testimony.
The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. And apparently your hand. Okay, so we went to Studio 1. Press. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No.
The meeting ended at 4, and rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times.
You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on! You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the studio too then. Oh, right. Okay, here we go. She does mention it. Press. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Ow! Yeah, Mr. Wright.
Yeah!
Oops.
As he proceeds to slap his desk. It was a 15-minute break. I believe this is a contradiction.
Sal said 15 minutes, because he would take that time to eat a steak.
The steak plate was the contradiction. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not.
But I say nay. Oh, sorry. What's this time, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate.
This plate was on the table in the employee room. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, did I remind you there was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare!
Where's the caveman?
Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how.
She ate the bone!
She ate a boneless steak.
You didn't eat the steak.
You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere like that incinerator.
I see. Then what was Mrs. Vasquez? What was Mrs. Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the steel samurai. Picking on someone. Jesus. She was meeting with a steel samurai.
Rabble.
Order! Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the steel samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands!
Rebel.
Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Mr. Wright?
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating! I dare I was worried that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Well, considering that the most entertaining thing you do apparently is staring at clouds, I wouldn't be surprised.
Any day, Vasquez. Come on, wish me luck, Matt. Jesus.
Nah. But that bitch gets what's coming to her eventually.
Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes.
We've already had Iffy, then we can have more Ho comments.
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
You did it.
You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What?
It was the T-bone.
What?
What is the meaning of this? Spear was found lying next to the victim's body?
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
It would have fucking broke, mate.
I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear... Not so fast! Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape.
Duct tape.
Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Extra thick costume.
Order!
Extra thick.
I will have no extra thick in my courtroom. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
That jackhammer was thick! No, I'm kidding.
Think about what you're...
Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard! Are you quite sane?
No.
Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well,
With a hammer?
Mr. Wright, can you tell us how Mr. Hammer was killed?
I can tell.
Hammer.
Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Don't let me bring up all the other times. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then.
Look at this photo.
Look at this graph. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order 66! No. If I can't have order in this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what this is all about?
This photograph
Ow.
is from the 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios.
Sorry, from the 5 years ago.
Yes, from the 5 years ago.
From the 5 years.
In the future.
This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret of the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying my hand?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again!
Rabble.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer up the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
He only... In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer. He died the same way he caused another man to die? Fucking coincidences? 5 years ago?
Oh yeah, precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Watch face.
Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Emma died in the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have pushed off the stairs to his death? Then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume. There wasn't enough time. Indeed.
She has big guys.
Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
I think she couldn't. I bet she
The
could move
van!
it.
Wait,
She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry the body. Yeah. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Oh my god.
What?
Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you about it in a moment. Mr. Wright. Please show us how she carried the body.
With a van, sir!
With a van. With a van, man. With a van.
Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it! I suddenly did a fucking Vasquez voice halfway through that.
Yeah.
Recall your testimony! There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. Ow, my throat. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate's costume.
You let the body hit the floor.
Hold on, right? Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove that van. Are you saying that Mr. Miller was a conspirator?
Of course he was. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win?
I never win.
I don't win. I was just like, what the fuck are we doing now?
So, what happens next? Huh? Don't grab me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. But wait, so you mean Dave Vasquez, so it was you! You killed Jack Hammer!
It's fucking quiet.
Rabble?
What?
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. I need a pause. Pausing. And we're back! Sorry, Lawrence has gone off to do his thing. Meanwhile, we got Effie back.
I don't.
Apologies for the
I'm unsure on how I feel about the trade.
Wow.
No, I'm feeling it's a good thing, but at the same time...
That's a dick move. Anyway, right. So, Iffy will be playing the part of the judge. I will be playing the part of Edgeworth.
Ah, so you're both the defense and the and the prosecutor.
You'll understand why in, like, literally a couple of minutes. Anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? My pants.
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she didn't, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What about you now?
Can't believe you're playing the prosecutor, defense, and the witness.
You did it, Vasquez. Miss Vasquez, you did it! That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No.
Amazing.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict, you dum-dum.
What do I do now?
Wow, Nick, you're on fire!
Testify again, Vasquez. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again? Are you fucking mad?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Damn it! To come so far only to fail.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Magic woman.
Magic Mike.
And it seems there are no further questions, I was about to say, Your Honor. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. Vasquez.
Not so fast.
Objection!
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
Oh, God.
I see you. Very well, then.
Objection! Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You're the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself again. What exactly do you want her to hear? What did you want her to testify about?
Oh, well, yes, indeed, verily I say, ergo, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. Witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick!
Yo, what is it?
Why did Edgeworth...
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too.
But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that...
Edgeworth.
He is getting a guilty verdict! Someone else.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. How do you like my Oldbag impression?
It reminds me of a certain mother. I see no issues raised by this testimony, except for the fact that she kind of didn't really give a shit. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Okay, Nick, we're close. We're real close. I can taste it. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Like the thing about the script. You know, that thing. Find the key. The script. Maybe. I don't know. And twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right.
You better do it.
They twist the truth out of her neck. I'm like, wow.
I don't know about the security when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police.
Give me the chair.
Why? Wait a second. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So he stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence.
I get it.
Silent.
Hey, Nick, I was just about to eat, but why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
I feel like I should probably be editing like a cottage pie in front of Maya for some strange reason.
You could.
It's fine, I'm eating silently, probably.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, you could hear the chair squeak.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because you got the script for her.
Nah, why would she go back to the trailer to get her script and direction notes? Wouldn't she come with them to the rehearsal?
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, that too.
The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to the Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why?
And why would that be?
There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh, yeah, I guess.
Well, Ms. Vasquez, please continue.
No, I wonder why
Objection!
Fucking stupid.
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Ah!
Rabber.
Order!
I like
I'd like a
Edgeworth.
cheeseburger, please.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth.
You like what?
I like Edgeworth because he's on the side of justice.
Oh, you like him now, but before he's just...
he was still fine before. Just he's still a bit of a prick.
He's a cool dude. He drops his prickliness eventually.
What you have just said, is a reasonable observation, yes. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? Fucking kangaroos. No matter.
Kangaroo court. God damn it.
I think you misunderstand me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change your testimony to reflect this reason.
You know what's funny? This entire right. This entire cross-examination now has the cornered theme on it. Let's press this statement. Hold it. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director?
You have to find something to peg on her now, and then you could skip my line, and then
that was my bad.
And then everything we've done till now will have been wasted because my line was skipped. But I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Punch her in the ovaries.
Whoa, buddy.
I
knew that Hammer was injured, couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
I'm pretty sure that Hammer was not the one that was injured. Wait, or was it? No, it wasn't. It was Powers.
No.
Yeah, it just occurred to me. Hang on. But what was... Hang on a second.
Would it be the photo? Not that one.
Is it this one? Here we go. Nailed it. Good job, Matt. It was the photo. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers! Well, what?
Rabble!
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes!
Yes, but... wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember! Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Oh,
my
nipples.
And when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly! Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. that Mr. Hammer was in that steel samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was a Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. I fucked up that line so badly.
I can't believe we messed up that line.
Order! Order! I will have order! Yes,
Witness! Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. And would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can't prove it.
Nick, no! Saying you can't prove it now would be a big defeat. She'll get away!
But what proof can I possibly have?
I don't care if it's impossible or fake. You still have to fight this one.
Okay.
Frame her.
I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence to Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. This is my proof.
This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the motive in the murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial, it began on that day. 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. You're talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not that... What? It's the way around.
Just like, wait a minute, what?
What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
It's like Family Guy, just like, oh right.
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Mr. Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Ms. Vasquez's motive for murder.
Bitch, she didn't have a motive. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him up the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What?
Rebel. Rada.
Your Honor. Apparently the crowd is now Schnitzel.
Reference it.
Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Also, now the Steel Samurai theme is playing. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking it was Powers. Then, Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years.
It broke the peace pipe.
This one, she'll get it back in a later animation.
No, she won't. Hilarious. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah, Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene. No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please.
She didn't start smoking. The trauma just magically gave her a fucking smoking voice.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
Rada.
It's kind of getting a little bit vexing now. Rada.
Rada.
So now every single time the crowd rolls, she's gonna be rada.
Get the fuck
Okay,
out.
sorry, she go.
Get the fuck out.
The judge gets punched
come
away
back.
and another judge just sits down.
Alright, don't breathe into the mic so
The
freaking
clown
loudly.
is down.
What?
Don't breathe into the mic so
Where's
freaking loudly.
Where's the Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
You're kind of quiet.
I have to be quiet for a second.
Then just let me deal with it. Iffy, you're back on the judge seat.
I see. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Fuck you. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Dick.
Yes, you're right. Also, fuck you too, Edgeworth. Very well.
I was like telling Lawrence.
Yeah, fuck you too, Nick. Self-defense. God damn
This
you.
court finds defendant Mr. Will Powers
Totes guilty!
guilty. Also, fuck you.
Rada.
Look, Will Powers.
That is all. That court is adjourned.
Get this bitch in jail.
Get out of my courtroom.
Get out of my courtroom.
You don't have to leave, but I don't want you all to stay.
I hate
Alright,
to
this
see
is
you
me,
leave,
isn't it?
but I love to see
Yeah.
you go.
I don't know what voice to give this one. This is not either really shy. I don't know what to say. Oh no, I'm fucking blind out. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay. I'm not fucking okay! I gouged my eyes out! Oh no, they're back.
Yes, but it's I know now that I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. So sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Show evidence, I guess? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because...
A badge.
Because he's the samurai, so you took give me the book, I think.
Is it the photo? Oh no, wait, it's this, the book. Path to Glory. It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as a villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He would have just told me. He could have. I would have changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. My
So
voice
am
is
I.
cracking.
So am I.
Congratulations, World P.
Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume. Is something wrong?
No. Of course not.
You fucked up my show, didn't you?
Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! Oh shit, there he is!
Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh?
Also my fucking hand!
What?
I've come to slay you for it.
That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Please reach Powers. Yeah.
Lawrence, Mike.
Sorry.
He proceeds to breathe into it before taking it away from his face.
Just shut up.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! He's not lying either. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet? Again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Drink this wine and get into bed. Okay. Blah. Let's retry that line. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. GDFO. Don't ever show your face in front of me again, you piece of shit. That's what I came here to tell you. See ya. Edgeworth has just left the building.
Mr. Wright. Is this guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals. Right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess. Man, these coconut cookies are really good.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me, what's the deal? With you at Edge.
Just Edge.
Yeah, it's Nick and Edge.
And so the curtain closes on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. And they went back to making kid shows again. Oh boy.
Princess Skinny.
Nick! This is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right?
Oh, is this the result of Salmonella's creative powers?
Inside a soul. The result of this perversion, yes.
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, fine. I'll do it.
So much for my wallet.
Isn't it great that the World 3 gets to play the lead again?
Wait, what?
I wonder if they'll show his real face this time as the princess.
Have you seen his face? Jesus. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers.
Especially with the big princess.
The end.
So are we done with the game now?
Nope. We got 2 more cases.
No!
Both longer than this one.
No!
No!
Damn it.
We'll see you guys next time on Phoenix Wright, Passive Aggressive Attorney, where we do the final, quote-unquote, final case.
The final case of the first game, but then they remade it in the second one.